welcome to day 6. We are here, can you believe it, day 6. And today we are going to be talking about fear and love, and really your
heart and your brain.
Your heart and your brain.
Your heart and your
Absolutely.
brain. And how those two are intertwined and connected.
And really that's the thing, that the heart does talk to the brain and the brain does talk to the heart. It's actually called the second brain. Can you tell us a little bit about this topic and why it's so important to understand just that connection?
Absolutely. So the heart really brings together the science and the spirit of the brain. And so there's the spiritual side of this. I'm sure many of you guys are aware of chakras, but I'll just lead you through a little bit more about that. So your heart center, or your heart chakra, is that middle communication center between your upper and your lower body. And in terms of chakras, it's right in the middle. Okay, so here's your heart chakra, then going to your throat, then you have your third eye and your crown, and then lower you have your solar plexus, you have your sacral, and your root. So it is that main middle transport between your body. So what we find in our office is people who have suffered from any kind of stress or trauma, their ability to get into being heart-centered, being into a state of love, care, and compassion becomes very difficult if they've suffered major stress and trauma. And that is the biggest block for why some people heal and why some people don't heal. So people who are able to move through our emotions, letting go of the past, letting go of anger, resentment, blame, they are more able to switch into the state of love. And there's really only 2 states that people can be in, and we act in very different ways when we're in a state of fear or love. So much of what we want to discuss today is really, how is the heart communicating to the brain? How is that going to affect your ability to heal, your ability to plan, make goals, and the physiology of your body? Laura, can you just tell us a little bit more about that connection from a science standpoint?
Absolutely, yes. When we're in that state of fear, that sympathetic nervous system, and we mentioned it before, it's that pedal to the metal. What happens is there's a hormone, and the heart and the brain talk to each other through neurotransmitters, through hormones, through pulse waves and pressure waves and electromagnetic fields. So that hormone called cortisol is released. And when we think about, and that is negative Nancy in terms of our physiology. So we think of when we're in fear and judgment, resentment, worry, anxiety, this cortisol flood happens. On the flip side, when we are thinking love, care, compassion, appreciation, happiness, joy, abundance, we literally tone down that secretion of cortisol and turn up a chemical called DHEA, and that is the feel-good, that is the regenerative. And we cannot be in both states at once. It's like you can't drive your car with the gas and brake going at the same time. You need to be able to get into one and get out, and that's what's called adaptation. So today we want you to really turn on and get into understanding how to turn on that heart-centered communication with the brain. And really the heart sends out a 60-time greater electromagnetic field than the brain, 60 times. So it's quite influential to the brain. So our activity for today is we have a guide for you for 10 ways of becoming more heart-centered, and it really is a fabulous guide. So just remember,
you guys are one good decision away from completely transforming your life.